Do you have a bookshelf filled with books you've started but never finished? A drawer full of shelved projects? Have you ever eagerly signed up for an online course, a gym membership, or a new diet, only to feel that spark just fizzle out weeks later? Why is the energy at the beginning so vibrant, yet the momentum to keep going so rare? If you're feeling frustrated, looking back at a trail of unfinished business, stick around. Because today, we're not just going to understand why this happens. Together, we're going to find the ultimate answer, so you can finally reap what you sow. I look at your generation and see a creative energy that mine didn't have in the same way. You've got the world in the palm of your hand, an endless menu of courses, careers, places to go, people to meet, and that's amazing. But any blessing, in excess, can become a burden. The sheer abundance of possible beginnings creates a silent paralysis and makes it incredibly hard to commit to a single path long enough to see where it leads. Here, I want you to think about a metaphor. Many of us have become excellent seed collectors. We fall in love with the shiny packaging, the promise of the lush tree that tiny seed could become. We buy the seed, the course, the book, the business idea, store it carefully, and feel good just for owning so much potential. The problem is, we rarely commit to being the gardener. The gardener knows the magic isn't in the seed itself, but in the act of digging in the dirt, getting your hands dirty, watering through the droughts, and protecting it through the storms, and patiently waiting for growth that isn't always visible. We love the idea of the garden, but we run from the work of gardening. This escape happens because the gardening phase is where the project loses its shiny, new appeal. It's where boredom kicks in, where the real challenges pop up, where the results aren't immediate, and our brains, trained for the quick dopamine hit of the infinite scroll, the next video, the next notification, interpret boredom and effort as a sign that something's wrong. So, instead of pushing through the discomfort, we abandon our little sprout and go searching for a new seed, a new shiny promise. It's a cycle of self-sabotage disguised as the search for something better. So, the real game changer in your life won't be finding the perfect seed. Trust me, it doesn't exist. The real transformation is deciding to become a bridge builder. Think about it. What good is a bridge that only goes halfway across the river? Its purpose, its value, its beauty lies in connecting one side to the other. Your self-esteem, your confidence, and your fulfillment won't come from starting the bridge, but from seeing it completed, from being able to walk across it. Now, the question that needs to guide us is, how, in practical terms, do we stop being mere seed collectors and actually become bridge builders in our own lives? So, how do we become this bridge builder? The answer isn't a magic formula, but a method, a conscious decision. And I want to invite you to do this exercise with me right now. Grab a piece of paper, open the Notes app on your phone, but don't just sit there listening. Get in on this. The first question you need to answer with brutal honesty is, what is the one bridge that, if you built it all the way to the end in the next 6 months to a year, would change everything else in your life? Maybe it's finishing your college degree. Maybe it's getting that professional certification, launching that personal project of yours, mastering a new language. Don't say, I want to be healthier. Get specific. I want to run a 5 Kelvin without stopping. Be clear. Having too many goals is what makes us achieve none of them. The first step for a bridge builder is to choose one bridge. Clarity is procrastination's worst enemy. As long as you don't decide which river you're crossing, you'll keep collecting seeds for gardens that will never exist. Now, for the second question, and this might be the most important one of all. Look at the bridge you've chosen and ask yourself, what is the boredom, the struggle, or the pain that I've been avoiding, which is the exact building material for this bridge? Is it the headache of studying a boring chapter? Is it the drag of hitting the gym when it's raining? Is it the frustration of deleting and rewriting the same paragraph 10 times? Be honest. Name your discomfort monster. Here's the definitive answer to your question. Why don't I finish anything? Because you believe discomfort is a sign to stop when it's actually the sign that construction has begun. You're not finishing your bridges because at the first sign of rain, of wind, of heavy lifting, you bolt from the job site. The game changer is understanding that the boredom of revising, the exhaustion of practicing, and the frustration of getting it wrong aren't obstacles on your bridge. They are the bridge. They are the concrete, the steel, the bolts. Embracing this discomfort as a necessary part of the process is what separates the dreamer from the doer. It's what defines a bridge builder. Finally, the third question, to turn this decision into reality. What is the smallest beam, the single brick that you can lay on your bridge today? Not tomorrow, not on Monday. Today. Don't think about writing the book. Think about writing one paragraph. Don't think about becoming fluent. Think about learning 3 new words. The sheer scale of a bridge can be paralyzing, but no one is intimidated by a single brick. Small, consistent action, repeated every day, generates momentum that becomes unstoppable. That's how you build confidence. Not by staring at the distant shore, but by looking down at the brick you laid today with your own 2 hands. So, isn't it a curious thing? The answer to the big, agonizing question, why do I start everything and finish nothing, is at the same time simple and profoundly challenging. It's not because you lack talent, passion, or good ideas. It's because we've been taught to love the shine of the beginning and to despise the dignity of the process. We confuse the map with the territory. We love the blueprint for the garden, but we hate getting our hands dirty. The way out of this labyrinth of unfinished projects, therefore, isn't in some productivity hack or a sudden wave of motivation. It's in a decision, a shift in identity. The decision to stop being a seed collector and to become, in practice and in spirit, a bridge builder. And the method for this, as we've seen, rests on 3 pillars. First, clarity. By choosing a single, important bridge to dedicate your energy to. Second, courage. By embracing discomfort and boredom not as a signal to stop, but as the very material of construction. And third, and most crucial, the consistency of laying a single brick every single day. Rock-solid self-esteem, the kind that isn't shaken by any criticism or failure, isn't born from grand, sporadic achievements. It is the quiet result of the respect you gain for yourself by keeping the small promise you made to yourself the day before. It's in this daily, often unglamorous process that you build not only your bridge, but your character. And so that this idea doesn't get lost in the hustle of daily life, I want to leave you with the wisdom of a thinker who, more than 2 millennia ago, had already deciphered this issue. The Greek philosopher Aristotle said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. May your quest not be for the act of finishing something, but for the habit of becoming someone who finishes. If this conversation, this reflection we've had has shined a light on your path or sparked a much-needed fire within you, then my goal has been met. So that we can continue with these provocations that help us grow, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. And now I want to propose one final act of will, a symbolic gesture to seal your commitment not to me, but to yourself. Use the strength you have in your hands and turn thought into action. Write this sentence in the comments below. I am a bridge builder. Declare it. Get that decision out of your head and put it out into the world. This is your first brick. And if this message was helpful to you, share it with someone who is also trying to build their own bridges. I'll see you in our next reflection.